Heidi Appling. I started this business about a little over 4 years ago. I signed up under Christine Cleveland. We signed up under Tammy. And so we are so glad that you're here. And what we try to do is be very respectful of your time. And so during the next 2 hours, we're going to give you a lot of information. Okay, it's going to be rapid fire. Have you guys ever done a physical boot camp where you go and they wear you out and the next day you're sore and you feel like, oh my gosh, what just hit me? That's kind of what we're going to do here. You're going to get all the tools and the resources that you need as you start your business, or maybe you're facing an obstacle and this is going to be a great tool for you. You're going to get a lot of information in a very short amount of time. And I tell you this as a disclaimer, don't worry if you feel a little overwhelmed or a little bit too much information, because you're going to have the handouts of all the things I'm going over. Okay, that's why we've given you a lot of handouts. You're also going to have people with skin on to help you interpret it if you have questions. Okay, so I'm going to give you the basics of the documents that you have. And then if you have questions, we're going to stop right at 8:30 and respect your time. So those of you who have babysitters who need to go, you're welcome to go and then check back with your RVP or your upline about questions you have later. But if you'd like to stay and you'd like to strategize, set goals, talk to your upline, we're going to stay around for that too. We just don't want to make it longer during the stay. So if you have questions, just hold on to those. Maybe write them down. If you have a question, circle it. We should probably have handed out highlighters, right, for those of us who are checklist girls. And then we will answer your questions at the end, okay? So what we want to do is give you all the tools that you need as you start your business, or like I said, if you're maybe stuck in your business. And the first thing that every single consultant should do is, after you set your launch get together, your launch presentation, there are a couple of things in a document we call Getting Started, or it's on here, it's called your action plan. And I love the way it says Arbonne Action Plan, a foundation to building your business. I love that because you know what? This is the foundation of building your business. This is what you're going to come back to. This is what motivates you, and this is what's important. And so if you haven't filled out one of these with your upline, as soon as we're done, say, hey, when can we do this together? Or when can I fill this out and go over it with you? It's a vital part of your beginning of your journey, okay? So the first page on this action plan says, define your why. If time and money were not an issue, what would you be doing? Your whys need a face, and they need numbers. They need math applied, okay? So what you want to do is put down the 10 reasons you need Arbonne. I think it's open. Come on in. The 10 reasons that you need Arbonne. And I usually notice that the first 5 reasons are usually pretty practical. What's the number one reason you're here? Why are you sitting in that chair? Right? If you were to do Arbonne, why? Yeah. And some of you would say, I need monthly income. I want to quit my job. I want to retire. I want to buy a house. I want to retire my husband. My husband hates his job. I want to adopt a baby. I want a change. I know I'm in a dead-end job. Those are the things that we want you to put on here. Now, if some of those actually have money attached, be specific. If you say, I want to be able to quit my job, put in parentheses, how much do you need to quit your job? Okay? How much do you need for a Disney vacation? How much do you need to retire every month? It needs to be specific, and we're going to put it right on here. After you've put the maybe first 5 or 6 really specific and important urgent needs, dream a little, right? Australia, Malta, lake house, boat, those are mine, right? Dream a little down here, because guess what? After you get to the first level, the second level, you're going to get to start checking some of those off. And I want to show you, when I first started my business, I did the same thing. We used a little book, but I did the same thing that is in this action plan. And I want to read to you some of these and just show you what a blessing this business could be as you start to check these off your whys. You may or may not know this about me, but I'm a pharmacist. I've been a pharmacist for 23 years. And from the outside looking in, I probably would not have been someone that you would have asked to do Arbonne. You know, I had a job, a nice house, and I had this house. I had a nice car. My husband's a banker. It looked like we were comfortable, right? I was very, very miserable because I was gone all the time, and I was tired. And I was using my best energy to build Sam Walton's wealth, or Sequoia Health Services wealth, instead of using my best energy to raise my kids and be a good wife and do those things. And so I'd come to the point where I really was looking for something. So when I started, I wanted to be able to quit my job and be available to my family. So these are some of the things I wrote down. A security of being able to stay home for my husband and kids. I want to claim the promise of comfortably providing and supplementing our income while having the freedom to work from home and on my own terms. Check mark. Did that, okay? And guess what? I did that at the second level, not regional vice president. The second level, okay? Ability to provide college education for Blake and Jace without them having to get loans or going to debt. My son Blake is at OU this year, and I'm able to write that check. Every month because of Arbonne. He's not going to have student loans when he gets out of there, as long as he keeps, ship shape, right? A ministry. I wanted for God to use me to impact, help, and serve others. Check, okay? Self-esteem. I want to stretch myself in my ability to seek out others and draw them out to their dreams and goals, to empower them, to provide income for multiple family vacations a year. I just got back from Hawaii. Before that, we went to Arizona. Then I went to Los Cabos. And we're also going this summer to Colorado to do some river rafting. And so, check, all right? Free up our finances so we can give more to church, others, and any way God wants us to use it, to be debt-free, for Troy to be free to pursue his dreams, to build relationships between family and friends. So many of those have been marked off this list. And that's why this is important, okay? This is important because it's not only